Big news in the world of Friday the 13th, the game as of late. Dare I say, we've witnessed a miracle, gang. Gun Media and IllFonic have just announced an upcoming patch that will address team killing in public matches. The developer's official word on the matter is that team killing via melee weapons and shotguns will be a thing of the past. However, the developers are quick to remind us that the car and bear traps will remain untouched, meaning that you will die if struck by the car and you will sustain damage from a bear trap placed by a fellow counselor. The developers added that the upcoming patch will only affect team killing in public matches, not in private matches. So all you team killing kiddies out there can now form your own private matches, go into those private matches, and team kill each other as much as you want. The new patch will also include some new DLC, including 40% smaller variations of the 3 already existing maps and 8 new character emotes. According to the developers, the intent of these scaled-down maps is to promote faster-paced gameplay and the new emotes, while the intent is seemingly aimed to increase communication between players, appears to be solely cosmetic in nature, and will include a thumbs-up emote, a come-with-me emote, and a no emote. Both DLC will be included free of charge. Reaction to the abolishment of team killing in public matches has been met with a welcome, if not it's about time sentiment from most in the community. However, news of the DLC has some fans of the game calling out the developers for being lazy. Personally, I would have appreciated an entirely new map or 2 added to the game, rather than smaller variations of already existing ones. As far as the long-awaited single-player mode is concerned, it appears as if fans will be having to wait a little longer to play it. The original estimate from Gun Media and IllFonic had the single player for Friday the 13th, the game set for release sometime this summer. However, now it appears as if the release date has been postponed to an as yet determined time. I'm excited for the single player, but I would much rather the game be in stable condition before it launches. I certainly hope this is Gun Media and IllFonic's intentions, having learned from the multiplayer that releasing a game in a broken state is never a good idea. However, the pessimist in me sees cause for concern. What if the developers, in an attempt to boost sales of the physical release of the game, want to include other content exclusive to that release? And what new content would provide a huge selling point for the physical release, particularly among those of us who purchased the game digitally? Now that's a scary thought. Speaking of the physical release, Gun Media and IllFonic announced that the physical release of Friday the 13th, the game for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, will be dropping on Friday, October 13th, and will include a new Bloody Jason skin. The addition of this skin, which is just the Part 3 variant covered in blood, caused some chatter in the Friday the 13th, the game community, and led many to question whether or not this new skin would be exclusive to the physical release. This also planted the seed of suspicion in many as to whether or not the physical release would include additional bonus content exclusive only to that release. According to Friday the 13th, the game's official Twitter, the new bloody skin will be made available to everyone once the physical release drops on October 13th. IllFonic also recently addressed accusations by fans that they were abandoning Friday the 13th, the game, to focus on a first-person zombie shooter they had quietly been working on during Friday the 13th, the game's development. IllFonic soundly denied these claims by stating that they had hired on additional staff and acquired office space, both dedicated solely to supporting Friday the 13th, the game in the future. However, this announcement led many in the community to ask why, if you've hired on more staff to support the game, has there been so little support for the game in the way of bug fixes, patches to address glitches, new content, etc.? And on the topic of glitches, public games have been inundated of late with a barrage of newly discovered glitches and players who are more than willing to exploit them. The newfound glitches include a circuitous route that leads players outside of the map into a second Jason shack, where players can obtain a second Pamela sweater, which can be used to double their chances of killing Jason. There are also reportedly new rock glitches around the lake as well, in which a player can access an area that is unreachable by Jason. The official Twitter account for Friday the 13th, the game support, is apparently no longer accepting reports of players exploiting glitches, but are directing people to email reports of cheaters with photographic or video evidence to f13game@fearthegun.com. A full list of bannable offenses can be found in the description below. How do you feel about the new patch addressing team killing in public lobbies? And please share with me your thoughts on the upcoming new DLC. Let me know your thoughts on all the other news items related to Friday the 13th, the game I covered in this video, down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace.
They deserve to die, Jason. Make them suffer.
Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.